In politics, nothing happens by accident. If it happens, you can bet it was planned that way. That's what Franklin Roosevelt told voters in America. For a man who gave his country the New Deal, we here in India keep being dropped the same old deal. You go cast your vote, that's supposed to be your power. In a democracy, you're supposed to be the sovereign. Then for 5 years, what's the tamasha? The Tamil people saw it when more than 100 MLAs were parked into a resort in Golden Bay. You're watching it today in Bengaluru, where 40-odd Congress MLAs are parked as well. It's happened in Jharkhand, in Karnataka, in Maharashtra. It's bizarre. It's not the Congress alone that applies the same trick. Then there are, of course, charges flying of bribery, blackmail, intimidation. Someone should make an Indian series of House of Cards. There's so much material out there. So when do our netas actually do something for us? If more of them would be working for more of the time, would India be a better place? Or should we be grateful that amid the sheep herding and horse trading, our netas are not busy doing more damage by working more? Today the Congress insists that the BJP's ploy of embarrassing the Congress MLAs for being absent during times of floods won't work, because the BJP is somehow planning to buy them or even kidnap them if they return to Gujarat. So are India's elected representatives sheep, horses or saleable commodities that we talk about 15 crore price tags? Is this what you vote them in for? That's the debate. Here's what happened.
Rattled by the resignation of half a dozen MLAs, the Congress airlifted its 40 MLAs from Gujarat and shifted them to Bengaluru's Eagleton Resort, an event that doesn't surprise many in the Indian politics.
कांग्रेस में गुजरात में पिछले 2 साल से अंदरूनी झगड़ा चालू है उनका। वो खुद हमारा संपर्क करते हैं और जो आरोप 15 करोड़ का लगाते हैं, भारतीय जनता पार्टी किसी को खरीदने को मानता ही नहीं है।
Resort politics has been a favorite weapon of Indian politicians since times immemorial. As the Congress accuses BJP of trying to poach its MLAs, the BJP itself doesn't have a clean record.
Atmosphere is being created across the country against the MLAs, and so that they can come back and from the airport they can be stolen. So we are not going to come in this plot of orchestrated by Bharatiya Janata Party.
और उस बाढ़ में उनके प्रतिनिधियों को वहाँ की जनता ढूंढ रही है और उनके प्रतिनिधियों को कांग्रेस पार्टी उनका अपहरण करके एक हॉलिडे होम में उसने ले जा करके हॉलिडे रिसोर्ट में कर रखा है.
From Sasikala in Tamil Nadu to now Congress in Gujarat, political parties continue to resort to politics of convenience. As they put money and politics above the common man, our netas continue to make a mockery of the idea of democracy. With Sagai from Bengaluru, Bureau Report, NewsX.
Let's open up this conversation. Shama Mohammed representing the Congress. Kumar Ketkar is joining us, senior journalist from Mumbai. Sunil Singh representing the JDU tonight. Mr. R. Kannan stays on from the DMK, and I'm getting GVL Narasimha Rao from the BJP to take on this issue as well. Shama Mohammed, let me begin with you. And I'll put out the caveats for you, ma'am. It's not like the Congress is the first party to herd its MLAs into a particular resort. It's not like this is the first time it's happening. We see it every few months. We saw it in Uttarakhand. We saw it in Tamil Nadu, just a few months ago. We're seeing it right now happening in Bengaluru. How do we explain this to the people of this country, ma'am, who are expecting their elected representatives to be working and not be taking day trips to Coorg?
Bishop, I'm going to come to that answer when you said we expect the elected representatives to be working. I am really, really sorry for the people of Gujarat. What is their elected representative doing? What is the CM of Gujarat doing? First and foremost, he was not there for 5 days. There are more than 200 deaths in that state. Flood is going, it's a very bad flood. It's affected almost the whole of north and western part of Gujarat. There are around 900 roads are destroyed. More than 20 lakh people have been displaced. Now, what are they doing, the Bharatiya Janata Party? They are using muscle power and money power. It's not just money power, 15 crores for each MLA, but there's muscle power. They are threatening our MLAs. Now, what is one supposed to do when MLAs are threatened? You know, this is just the revenge of Mr. Amit Shah against Mr. Ahmed Patel. That's all it is about. You know, you have to understand the background of Mr. Amit Shah. What is Mr. Amit Shah? We know his fake encounter cases. You know, this is in his blood. So what he does is, instead of focusing on the people of Gujarat, and they are arm twisting out here. So we had no other option other than taking our MLAs out of there. When money power is one thing, but what about muscle power? When you threaten people, that is very, very dangerous.
Okay.
There is no more democracy right now. It's all, they don't respect the people's mandate. If you see what's happened in Goa, what's happened in Bihar. Now, this is very, very serious matter out here. It is very scary what's happening in our country.
Okay.
And we cannot take this lightly, you know. Instead of focusing on we all should get together at this point of time, all MPs of Gujarat and the Chief Minister and the whole of India, including the Prime Minister, including the Congress Party, should be with the people of Gujarat right now who are affected by the floods.
Well, sentiments,
Ahmed Patel,
I'm always happy
is in Gujarat personally looking to it. All our district presidents are there. Our booth presidents are there.
He's been there. He
And
was yesterday night
this is
tweeting
ridiculous
photographs.
what's happening. We
Ahmed,
are all with the people of
Shama
Gujarat,
Mohammed.
but the Bharatiya Janata
Okay.
Party does not care about
Okay,
the people of
just
Gujarat.
hold on.
They only care about power.
Okay,
I'm
I've
sorry
let
to
you
say
say your
they
piece,
only
ma'am.
care
I've
greedy
let
about
you
power,
say your piece.
But there is no democracy in this
Okay,
country
I've let you
anymore.
say
It's all
your
about arm
piece. You
twisting. We are
say
a police state.
Okay, you say that it is not an abdication of responsibility of the 40-odd Congress MLAs. They have been forced into this because they are being threatened, not only offered bribes, but they are also being threatened and intimidated. And it's actually the Chief Minister of Gujarat and the BJP that is abandoning the cause of the people of the state. GVL Narasimha Rao is with us. GVL Narasimha Rao is with us. Allow him to counter this before I open this up to Sunil Singh and Kumar Ketkar. Mr. Narasimha Rao.
Reducing itself into a farce. Is the Congress spokesperson saying that the Congress MLAs are school children, that they really get carried away? They can easily be scared by anybody. I think I think you have to make some substantive responses. You cannot give such whimsical, silly excuses for running away from the state at a time when the state is under flood. A large number of MLAs from North Gujarat, I think these are the districts which have been ravaged by the floods. They are partying and holidaying in Bengaluru. I think they are not able to protect their own party. They are not able to retain their MLAs because they see a defeat staring at them a few months from now. So because of that, they are wanting to desert the Congress party.
Okay.
They are uninspired by your leadership. They find your party's performance to be pathetic.
Okay.
Throughout the country, there is a complete crisis of confidence in the Congress
Okay,
party.
so GVL
and they
Narasimha Rao,
want
let
to
me flip the
protect their
question back at you,
MLAs
sir.
by simply indulging in
Okay,
political
let me flip
mudslinging.
the question back at you before I get the rest. And Shama Mohammed, I'm sure she wants to respond. But let me flip the question back to you, GVL Narasimha Rao, because the people of this country, the people of Gujarat, some of whom, at least in various seats, did not vote for perhaps the BJP. They voted for the Congress, but they voted. They're still citizens of this country. They deserve deliverance from their elected representatives. Now, how is it that every time that something important is happening, well, a Rajya Sabha poll or a Lok Sabha vote, or there is a state election happening, post facto we keep saying charges of bribery, blackmail, horse trading, sheep herding? How is this politics for a new India, sir?
No, I think, Rishabh, these are all specializations for the Congress party. The whole country knows how they won a parliament vote in the cash for vote scam with Manmohan Singh as the Prime Minister, where cash was displayed in the parliament as to how MPs were being purchased by paying off bribes in the cash for votes scam. So Congress party has absolutely no moral authority to speak on this issue. They do not want to accept publicly that it is Rahul Gandhi's inability to lead the party. It is Congress party's negative politics. And people of India today are aligned with the Honorable Prime Minister's idea of New India, and Rahul Gandhi's politics is politics of 70s and 80s,
Okay, GVL, just stay
where
with
I
me.
think without any work, any delivery, any governance, the Congress could remain in power.
Okay, GVL,
The
just stay with
Congress
me. Just stay with
does
me.
not
Shama
believe
Mohammed,
in
I'll just give you a chance to
politics.
respond to all of that. I opened the debate with you, so I want to give others who've been listening in to have a say before I get back to you. Hang on. Kumar Ketkar, now political deal making happens, sir. There is a talk. Let's not presume that India is completely corruption free at this point of time. There are people who would sell themselves, who have a price. There are people who can get intimidated. All of this is routine course. But the staggering frequency with which this is happening, sir, we saw what happened in Tamil Nadu hardly in February. Just a few months ago, 130 MLAs in a resort. Last year, the Congress took 14 or 15 Maharashtra MLAs and parked them away. It happened in Uttarakhand not long ago. What's going on, sir? Is power just becoming about deal making now, or is it still about winning votes and delivery?
No, power has definitely become extremely important, and particularly in the last 3 years, when BJP has come to power on its own after many, many years, in fact, for the first time, and therefore they want to retain power by hook or crook. So I can completely understand the complexities that the BJP is facing, because they are afraid they might lose 2019. They may not necessarily lose the 282 seats, but they can definitely lose about 100 seats and come back to figure of Vajpayee, 182. That's what worries them. And that is why they somehow want to clear the pitch without any opposition at all. And so it is not just Congress Mukta Desh that they want opposition Mukta Desh.
Okay.
And therefore they are operating in Bihar, they operated in Goa, they operated in Arunachal, they operated in Uttarakhand. The question is, BJP is desperate in keeping itself in power, and that is why this is happening.
Well,
it is not as if all parties are moralistic. It is not as if this has not happened before. It has not happened before. I am not saying it has not happened before. I am merely saying that BJP has become extremely desperate, and for them, Ahmed Patel is far more important.
And he also wants to come in, obviously, Kumar Ketkar.
But
I think your point is registered, sir.
in Gujarat.
Okay, just stay with me. Quickly, before GVL and Shama Mohammed, I come to you. Sunil Singh has been listening to it. Sunil Singh, we have just been told by Kumar Ketkar on a question about what's happening in politics in this country, that this is all deal making. Now, was your decision to ally with the BJP also all deal making? Something happened behind closed doors. You said this berth, that berth, this deal, that deal, these many seats, and you got together? Or are some people in this country still working for the people? Sunil Singh.
Yeah, I was listening to the thing. I was listening to the whole of thing, and I think probably Shama and Mr. Kumar Ketkar has said that something was that the deal was done in Bihar. Let me tell them outright, these kind of a thing, allegation of deal, this kind of deal in Bihar, horse trading in Bihar, is totally baseless. We took it as an offense. It is casting an aspersion on the state of Bihar. The politicians in Bihar are honest enough not to accept this horse trading and all. We certainly, that was held on matter of principles, on the situations and whatever it was. So, and that is the analogy, I think. These people make sweeping allegations, baseless allegations, that they must have done in Gujarat also. And let me tell you, these kind of aspersions without substantial proof, it should invite a punishment, because this is the way you malign the politicians. How can you label MLA as a commodity? How can you talk about horse trading without any proof? I mean, if there is no proof, there should be prosecuted.
Okay, so don't malign MLAs from all sides. Okay, all right. Just quickly, I want to rope in Mr. Kannan.
If at all.
Okay, I want to quickly rope in Mr. Kannan before I come back to GVL and Shama Mohammed. Mr. Kannan, you've been hearing the argument. We've seen this happen very infamously so in your state. You've seen it happen up front and close. It happened in February this year, sir. 130 odd AIDMK MLAs in a resort. The same charges of bribes and intimidation and deals about berths and cabinet positions. What's it come down to in this country, sir? I'm not saying that the AIDMK is the only party that does it. It's across the political board. For people who are watching this broadcast, what's politics come to in this country now?
Rishabh, I cannot agree more with you that we, as I mentioned in the earlier program, we are seeing an extremely degenerative phase of politics all across the country. A panelist wondered if MLAs are a commodity. MLAs should be wondering about this. Members of Parliament should be wondering about this. also what we should think about is that the inefficacy of the anti-defection law. So there are very troubling questions of representatives of people who wish to serve their own interests, and a development such as this where the BJP juggernaut rides roughshod, left, right and center, hook or crook, bribes, blandishments, power, muscle, whatever way to stay and to increase its brutal majority. So that is what is happening. And then these MLAs should be allowed to speak with their free voice and free will,
some would say,
whatever their decisions are.
Okay, some would say,
It is
sir,
an
as GVL has been saying, that that's
phase
the
and
pot
we
calling
are
the kettle
against
black,
this.
and all political parties are involved in all sorts of this machination and chicanery, which would not be far from the truth. But that's a firm opinion. Quickly, Shama Mohammed, then I'll let GVL come into the argument. Shama Mohammed.
Yeah, GVL says that money has been exchanged during Manmohan Singh's time. Now, money has been exchanged between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Goa Forward Party's Vijay Sardesai when he was campaigning against the Bharatiya Janata Party in Goa. You know that very well. He was campaigning. People voted for him because he was campaigning. And then he joins the Bharatiya Janata Party. That itself shows that there is severe horse trading happening over there. And they accuse us of money, hands changing money. And the JDU spokesperson talks about his party and his chief minister. What is his chief minister's moral standing, Mr. Nitish Kumar? On one side, he used to say that I want to fight the communal forces. Then he says corrupt forces. He was standing against Modi because of communal issues. And as if when he joined the Mahagathbandhan with Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav, he did not
moral than you
same
people.
picture. So how can he say he was not? So let's not take it out.
Amit Shah, there's something is wrong with the blood.
I did not come in when
Mr.
you are
Sunil Singh,
talking.
we all heard each other out.
Let's
We'll be
not
patient. I'll give everybody a
say that
chance.
he has
There's
no
plenty of
moral
time.
standing.
Shama
And
Mohammed,
Mr.
finish your
Amit
thoughts.
Shah has always had thuggery in him. Old habits die hard. Thugs are always thugs. Let me tell
a
you
lot
that.
of name calling
Old
is
habits
happening.
die
A
hard.
lot of name
So
calling is
thugs can
happening and
always
serious
be
charges
thugs.
amidst
You
the
know
name
what
calling
is
also.
the
Shama
Mr. Amit
Mohammed,
Shah also.
in
He
fairness,
will
I'll
do
give GVL
anything.
Narasimha Rao a
Proof
chance to
by
respond to
proof,
that.
He will have to do it.
Okay, GVL Narasimha Rao, then Sunil Singh, then Mr. Ketkar. GVL Narasimha Rao.
I think when a party spokesperson makes such comments, I think it shows the lack of civility, lack of culture, and possibly some kind of encouragement they get in that party. I will not respond to
What did you
a
talk about
panelist
Mr.
for
Rahul
such
Gandhi? What do you call Mr.
uncivilized,
Rahul Gandhi?
uncivilized
What did you call
behavior.
our party? What did you call our
No, I don't want to
reasonable
engage in
conversation
a
so far.
quarrel
Let's
with you.
continue.
I think
Mohammed, we've all heard each other
you
out.
have been.
You called our senior leaders.
We've all had a reasonable conversation so far. Let's
Can
maintain
I-
it that
can I-
way.
can I get my
GVL
name?
Narasimha Rao has the floor. I'll give everybody
I-
else a chance.
can I
Mr.
finish?
Narasimha Rao.
You have no right to question
I
the
think it's
morality of
very,
Nitish Kumar. You cannot
Okay,
match
Mr.
his
Sunil
morality.
Singh,
Let me
I
tell you.
understand, sir. Just stay with me. I'll come to you. Mr. Narasimha Rao is speaking. Sir, finish.
So when people make uncouth, uncultured remarks, I think it only reflects on them more than the leader of my party. So I will let that go uncontested. And as far as the two experts, journalists on the panel is concerned, I'm surprised that they do not make any neutral comments. Mr. Kumar Ketkar has been he's been speaking like a Congress spokesperson, which I think he has a right to do so. I think it doesn't. Maybe some people want to be known for their being acolytes rather than being neutral umpires or journalists. So it's entirely up to them. But the reality is there is an election only 3 months from now, 4 months from now in Gujarat. And when political leaders leave their party, which they have worked for decades, they would do so only after a proper thought. I think people, this is not on the eve of election. Nobody jumps a ship because they know Congress party is a sinking ship.
So this is
They know
organic.
this party's future is completely in jeopardy.
Okay, so
I
you
think
say this is
I think
organic.
please grant wisdom. I know journalists are wise, but do not underestimate the wisdom of
It is
politicians.
always good to have journalists on
Please
attack
do
from
not
all
think only
sides.
journalists
It's
have
always
wisdom.
good. It's always good to have journalists on attack from all sides because we know the narrative of the Congress. I'm happy to say the BJP is also joining that same narrative. But I understand where the thoughts and symptoms are coming from. Let's give Mr. Sunil Singh a chance to respond, Dr. Sunil Singh, and then I'll allow Kumar Ketkar to respond also in his defense. Dr. Sunil Singh.
To your esteemed channel, I can assure anybody, all the people of India, there was no horse trading in Bihar. And nobody can teach morality in politics to Honorable Nitish Kumar. Those who try to do so should look into their own conscience. In Bihar, there was a thing, Honorable Nitish Kumar did a press conference, 1 hour press conference, and he explained the whole situation. And in this context, if somebody
and he also said that nobody can defeat Narendra Modi in 2019. Okay, sir, I'm short of time. I need to give Kumar Ketkar a chance to respond also. Mr. Ketkar, quickly, sir.
Well, actually, it's a very simple point. GVL Narasimha Rao and many of the BJP spokespersons do not understand that there are grey areas in politics. They look at it only black and white. If you are not with BJP, you are Congress agent, Sonia Chamcha, Rahul Chamcha and all that, they keep on saying. He has not probably heard how many times I have also criticized Congress on other channels, not on this channel, because this channel I don't come so frequently. But he knows that. But he does not want to admit that journalists are able to defend themselves and are able to being objective. So I don't want to waste my time on GVL Narasimha Rao. The simple point is there is degeneration of politics, there is degeneration of electoral politics, there is money being used, there is bribe being used, blandishments being. Let us not deny that.
Okay.
That is happening. Now whether how much money was actually paid is completely immaterial. If Nitish Kumar had genuine political morality at his heart, he should have simply resigned and gone for the
I'm short of
elections.
time.
And would have seen what
I'm
happened.
short of time.
He
I'm desperately short of time. I need to get closing remarks from everyone here. I'm desperately short of time. The bottom line in all of this is, as you see it happen, as you see these developments take place, it's not about A party or B party or A state or B state, because it's happening all over India. What do our MLAs get elected for? It's about governance. Governance can't be going on if all we're talking about is horse trading and the hold up and some resort on charge and counter charge. Some serious introspection is required. Political machinations do take place. That's part of life. But our governance of this country has to be the top part of life. With that, good night.